All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Kansas City Chiefs in today's video. Now, although the first padded practice officially in the books today, although the offense is struggling, we know that's just gonna happen, especially early on at camp. The defense always gonna be ahead. I want to talk about some pieces on the offensive side of things, specifically LRZ, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Jared Wiley. I keep comparing on Twitter Hollywood Brown's arrival to Kansas City, not exactly DJ Moore going to Chicago to pair up with Justin Fields, but hopefully like the loose idea of that kind of makes sense. Hollywood Brown, I think, has just never really had a consistency at the quarterback position, and now he does in Patrick freaking Mahomes. And I just think Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Travis Kelce, Jared Wiley, I think they have such a creative group of receiving weapons, and I think Patrick Mahomes is just absolutely going to love it, and I think he already is. He's airing the ball out. Today's first padded practice officially in the books, so we're going to cover that and talk about some players on the Kansas City Chiefs that could be secret weapons / X factors, whatever you want to call it. But before we do, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. We've been covering the Kansas City Chiefs pretty much every single day. If we could try and get this video to 200 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. Real quick, because we are going to focus primarily on the wide receiver position in today's video, I want to talk about Kadarius Toney because he's really frustrating me. But apparently he had a great day with the second team today, and so did Justin Ross. So Andy Reid said Justin Watson is day-to-day with his left foot injury. He got banged up in their last non-padded practice a couple of days ago. Good to see that he is walking. He was at practice today, just not participating. So just to kind of go through the recap of Chiefs practice today, this one's here from by PJ Green on Twitter. Chiefs long drive period saw the first team offense continue their struggles today. Mahomes had a few completions, but a few overthrows as well. Some defensive line stunts got home, and there was a batted pass at the line of scrimmage. The second team offense made their way down the field with Carson Wentz connecting with Kadarius Toney 3 plays in a row, and a beautiful fade to Justin Ross in the end zone. No reason for alarm, just some first day of pads struggles. So no concern. And the Super Bowl last year and the Super Bowl the year before, it should put any offensive concerns to rest. I don't think there's a soul on planet Earth who's concerned about Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs struggling first day of padded practice. But I love to hear this about Kadarius Toney. So in my last Chiefs video a couple of days ago, he got in that scruffle with George Karlaftis where, George pushed him to the ground, Kadarius threw the football at him. That got, kind of blown out of proportion. Like if you play football, if you play any competitive sports at literally any freaking level, this is just how it is. My point was more so, I was watching them, return kicks. They were catching punts and kicks. It seemed like Kadarius Toney was he was just dancing all the way up until he was like seconds before, microseconds before he was catching his returns. He's just like dancing. I'm doing it on the screen here. You can't see me, but it just seems so unserious. And the only reason I'm saying this is because Kadarius Toney has so much freaking talent. He has so much talent. He's very similar, but a little bit more proven, obviously, than Justin Ross, where it's just like, if these guys can just get some momentum going, if Kadarius Toney can just get some momentum going here, he can be such a hidden in my back right pocket. Instead of my wallet, it can be Kadarius Toney. That sounds a little bit weird, but my point is, last year with Kansas City, 27 catches, 169 yards, 6.3 yards per catch. Kadarius Toney is way better than 6.3 yards per catch. The only we have yet to really see a full season of Kadarius Toney, whether it's injuries, mainly injuries. In his rookie season with the New York Giants, he went on an absolute tear that year. He only finished technically with 420 receiving yards, but that's why I like that he was working with the running back room, because I think Kadarius Toney as a runner, that's his strong suit. Catching balls, dropped catches was a huge issue. Ball security is a huge issue, or huge concern, I should say. So, hearing Kadarius Toney had a good day at camp gets me excited. Same thing goes for Justin Ross. As far as Patrick Mahomes connecting with Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, and all these overthrows, once again, just first day of padded practice, and it's also just a brand new group of wide receivers. Real quick injury update, Nazeeh Johnson also with the first team defense to start today, so he's back, he's healthy, he's good to go. Another Chiefs training camp update or camp battle update. They were running with Kingsley at left tackle today, and then Mike Caliendo at left guard to start today's practice. This is really interesting to me because it's first day of padded practice. So I'm really curious what the rotations are going to look from here on, because everything prior to today, first padded practice, doesn't really mean too much. So I was really interested to see that Kingsley was getting starting left tackle reps today. Then we've got Patrick Mahomes. Just a little quote here. He's very impressed by how Hollywood Brown and Rashee Rice have meshed. Also added with the inclusion of Xavier Worthy, it's going to be hard to game plan for just one guy. I think that's obviously what Kansas City Chiefs fans missed desperately. Patrick Mahomes missed desperately last season. MVS, more of a one-trick pony. There was just not much reliability in the wide receiver room for Kansas City last season outside of Travis Kelce, obviously, and Rashee Rice. Hollywood Brown, it just reminds me so much of DJ Moore going to Justin Fields. And I think, Hollywood Brown spent his first 3 years with Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, and he only had 1,000-yard season. That was actually his one and only in his NFL career to this point. But I think he's so much better than that. This is one of the fastest wide receivers in the NFL. In that 1 year, it was 2021. He was in his third year in the NFL with Baltimore, final year. 91 catches, a little over 1,000 yards, 6 total touchdowns. I think Lamar Jackson's a really good football player. Obviously, I think he's a really freaking phenomenal runner. And then he went with Kyler Murray for the last 2 seasons. And, Kyler Murray battling injuries. The Arizona Cardinals just not a good football team the last couple of seasons. I just don't think Marquise Hollywood Brown has had a quarterback to this nature. And obviously, take that with a grain of salt because it's Patrick Mahomes. But hopefully you guys can at least get the point. These are guys who are at similar ages in their NFL career, but I know DJ Moore was more established. DJ Moore had almost 1,200 receiving yards in his second season, in his third season, in his fourth season. He had over 1,100 yards in all those 3 seasons. But my point still remains. I really think Hollywood Brown is going to be a 1,000-yard receiver this upcoming season. We're going to pair him with a 1,000-yard receiver in Rashee Rice. We're going to pair him with Travis Kelce. And we're going to pair him up with this really intriguing deep threat in Xavier Worthy. So that's it for first day of padded practice today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily Chiefs videos at this point, but definitely daily NFL videos. Once training camp kind of wraps up and we get into preseason, we'll be doing a couple of Chiefs videos every single week. But guys, Justin Watson injury, Kadarius Toney, Justin Ross, Mecole Hardman, Sky Moore. I want to hear who is on your bubble, who's on your roster cut bubble at the wide receiver position that you would like to see make the roster. Damn, we didn't talk enough about LRZ. We'll get into some LRZ talk tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. As always, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Let me know which wide receiver you got your eye on in the cut bubble down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.